Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. It's Nephews here. You already watched the introduction. In today's pick a card reading, you are receiving messages from Spirit on your next glow up. So we're looking into your next financial glow up. What is it going to look like? It's 1:11 p.m. as I'm recording this. That was just a 2.5, and any other messages that Spirit might have that will be relevant for you and this financial glow up. So go ahead and choose the picture or pictures that stand out the most to you, and I will see you at your reading. My microphone was muted. How silly. Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the first picture or pile number one, this is your reading. We're looking into your next financial glow up. We're receiving messages from Spirit that you need to hear about your next financial glow up. Maybe it's a mindset shift. Maybe Spirit wants to tell you what to expect or what you're aligning with. Maybe this is confirmation for you. I have no idea. So let's tap in and let's see. Connecting with the energy of everyone who chose pile number one. Spirit, what do you have to say to them? My goodness, I just got a hot flash in my body. Somebody here is traveling to a tropical climate, someplace that is warm and humid. Or maybe you live there. Okay, let's see. What do you have to say for pile number ones? Next financial glow up. Diva. Okay, thank you. Breaking into bloom. Sometimes you will break before you bloom. My computer is here and you're there, so yeah, okay. Then we have the shaman, lunatic insights, cosmos. Am I crazy or is it the moon? So we're going to start here, actually. The first message that's coming through for you, pile number one, is when it comes to your next financial glow up and breakthrough, connecting with and listening to your intuition is going to be really important. They're saying it's not going to make sense. The path that you are going to walk down that's going to lead to your next client, your next job, your next sale. I feel like for whoever chose pile number one, you do something for work where either you're in between jobs or you're constantly selling. You have like income goals and different things like that. Okay, so this is someone who is seeking financial growth and expansion. You're in between projects or something like that. And I keep looking over here because I need to make sure that the audio, I'm using a new app. And the last time I used the app, it just like got fucked up. So I'm like scared, but it's okay. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. Okay. So the message that's coming through from Spirit, number one, is follow and listen to your intuition. Because sometimes when there's a pre-followed path, the beaten path, the path that everybody is going down, when your intuition is communicating to you, hey, I want to do something different. I think that we should actually make a right, even though everybody else is making a left right now. You can have this moment of like, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for me to send this person this email. It doesn't make any sense for me to talk about the work that I do with this person. It doesn't make any sense for me to have a conversation with this person. You know, sometimes being a psychic medium, it doesn't happen to me often, thank you God. Sometimes you'll be around people and Spirit will tell you, you need to talk to that person. I hate when that happens. I'm a Scorpio rising. I would say I'm a kind person to strangers, but I really don't. This is not Long Island medium. You know what I'm saying? That's just not the kind of person that I am. So when Spirit tells me you need to talk to this person, I'm like, no, no, thank you. And I'm like, okay, I will talk to this person, but you have to make it so easeful and obvious for me to talk to this person. If this person talks to me, I'll talk back. Okay, so sometimes that's the vibe. But the point is, I feel like your intuition has been communicating to you, or your intuition will begin communicating to you, and you're like, I don't know. I don't think that I'm gonna, I don't know what to do. I'm thinking maybe I should do this. I'm thinking maybe I should do that. No. With the energy of the shaman, you're incredibly intuitive. She has the woman in this card, she has a moon on her, what is that called? Third eye. So you're receiving dreams, you're receiving visions. Some of you are having dreams while you're asleep of things that are coming in, of moves that you need to be making. Long story short, Spirit is telling you, you are being communicated to intuitively. Listen to the intuitive guidance, because your intuition is actually going to guide you on a shortcut. They don't know about the shortcut. The people who are all going left and your intuition is telling you want to go right, they don't know about the shortcut because they're following the beaten path. And the whole thing with the beaten path is that you find someone who has already gotten to where you want to be in your career, and you do every single step that they do. You do every single thing that they do. The whole point of the beaten path, yes, is to reach your goals, but also it's to not be creative. It's to not be outside of the box. It's to not do your own thing. It's a game of following the leader. No shade to the beaten path people. You, pile number 1, are not somebody who was made to follow the beaten path. The message that's coming through from Spirit is listen to your intuition and do the weird thing. Do the weird thing that doesn't make any sense. Do the thing that's completely out of left field, unless the thing would harm you or somebody else. Of course, obviously, you know that. Legal disclaimer. Do not end up in court and play this and say, a psychic medium online told me it was okay. Okay. So we have the shaman here. Go right. Follow your intuition. Do the thing that's weird, that doesn't make sense. And you're going to be shown a lot of really beautiful things along the way. What's that thing that they say? Maybe the blah, blah, blah was the blah, blah, blah. The friends we made along the way. When you think that you're going to do something, when you think that you're going to get something, when you think you're going to experience something and then you don't. And you say, maybe what I was looking for, maybe the important thing, maybe what I really got out of this was the friends that I made along the way. You're going to follow your intuition. You're going to do something weird. You're going to go off on a little fucking sub-quest, submission. Wait a minute. Well, you might be doing some of that too, pal number 1. I don't know. Okay, they definitely call it subquest. They for sure call it subquest. I was like, I don't know the name of this. Anyway. Okay. I got an email. Hold on. I need to turn my... Okay, I'm back. So, you're going to do the thing. It's going to be weird. You're going to meet some really important characters along the way. Some people who are going to help you, but you don't even know how they're going to help you. Basically, with this energy of the moon, we're kind of getting the energy of like the moon in tarot. We are going to pull some tarot cards in a minute. But we're kind of getting the energy of the moon in tarot, which is things are hidden. We can't really see things clearly. The moon is our intuition because when you're under the moonlight, things are not super clear. When you're under the sunlight, everything is illuminated. So when you're under the moonlight and everything is kind of shadowy and everything is kind of dark, when you cannot see clearly with your eyes, you must rely on your other senses. You must rely on your extra senses, your intuition, and things like that. So with this moon energy that's coming through, you're going to follow this unknown path. You're not going to know everything. Everything is not going to be illuminated for you. Okay. You could be somebody who maybe is at the beginning of your spiritual journey, or you're just stepping into next level faith and trust of your intuition and spirit. This is not your hyper masculine way of living. You're not going to be given a sheet that has 10 steps that you need to follow in order to reach your next financial goal. You're going to listen to your intuition. You're going to take it one step at a time. There's going to be moments where you can't see what's happening. And when I think about the first card that you got, I might be explaining where you are right now. Because we have sometimes you will break before you bloom. This is the moment of having that breakdown before your breakthrough. That's a theme that's been coming up a lot for us lately. Well, for me lately. The past couple of days, breaking down before the breakthrough. So, okay. The message is coming through from Spirit. We're going to start pulling some tarot cards. It's okay if it looks a little bit wild. It's okay if things look a little bit like they're lacking structure. It's okay if things aren't making a whole bunch of logical sense. You are moving into supernatural levels of wealth. You are moving into a supernatural experience with wealth, a supernatural experience with money, a supernatural experience in your career. And that requires a certain level of trust. A trust that you're going to run into the right clients. A trust that your content is going to attract the right customers. A trust that the intuitive guidance and the inspired action that is coming into your mind, that it's going to be enough and that it's going to work. So the message that's coming through so far is you can trust yourself. You're not following the path that everybody else is following. It doesn't mean that you're not going to end up where you want to be. In fact, I see you ending up where you want to be, and you're going to end up ahead. So I see like a timeline. You have to place yourself on this timeline wherever it fits. But what I can see is an experience where you sometimes feel like, or you sometimes question, like, everybody else is so far ahead, and I'm here working on this fucking thing. Everybody else is doing this and this and this and this and that and that and that. The people that I went to high school had blah, blah, blah experience. Other people that I know, other people that I went to college with, other people that I was doing blah, blah, blah training with, they're doing da, 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 da. The message coming through from Spirit is, at the end of the day, there might be moments along the journey where it looks like the people who followed the beaten path are ahead. There might be moments along the journey where it looks like they're winning, even though it's not really a competition. When you get to where you're going, when you get to your next financial glow up, you're going to look back and you're going to see that along that path, Spirit was blessing you. Along that path, Spirit was connecting you with the right people and the right moment. So you can have someone who, if you work in some sort of like sales or something, you have a friend, that friend has 10 clients. You are like, oh, I only have this one client, but I feel really strongly that this one client is supposed to be my client, that I need to pour into this client. So I'm just going to give everything that I have and everything that I can to this one particular client. And you don't see it yet, but those 10 clients that other person had, unfortunately, they're going to fall off. They're going to be flakes. They're going to experience blah, 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 different things. They're no longer going to be working with that person. But this one client that you had, that you showed up for, that you poured into, they're going to get such an amazing result from working with you. The two of you are going to have like a lifelong relationship and connection, and they're going to experience some sort of like wins and all of these other things. And it's going to expand their network. And suddenly now you have 20 people who want to work with you and who want to connect with you, because you now have a very powerful friend who is vouching for you and vouching for the power of your work. And so overnight, the song that's playing in my mind is Overnight Celebrity by Twista and Kanye West, I think. Overnight, you've gone from, I have one client, to I now have 20 prospective clients. And they're really serious and they're really hot leads. And they're signing on one after another. And so then you have this growth and expansion, and it's like, whoa, it really was about the friends that we made along the way. You're going to have a moment like that. It doesn't have to be that exact scenario, but that's the energy and the vibe that I'm getting. You've made some really important connections, and those connections that you've made, those connections that you've nurtured, they're going to pay off. This is not about, do not get into that hyper masculine way of being and going, oh, let me look at the connections that I have now and let me reach out to people and let me do all of the things that I can do because that's what she said. No, that's not the message. The reason why you would have been pouring into that particular person was because that was what was told to you in your intuition. That was what was told to you in your dream. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not about doing a particular thing. The only thing you're being called to do is listen to your intuition, listen to your heart, listen to yourself on a soul level. This is incredibly important. All right, we're going to pull just a couple more cards. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Come on, multiple clients. We have the Nine of Cups. Hello, wish fulfillment. Hold on, y'all. I gotta move around. My legs hurt. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the King of Swords. And we have the Tower. Your next financial glow up is going to be a surprise coming into your world. Tower moment. You're not going to see this coming. And with the energy of the Tower, I feel like this is going to be really specific. Take what resonates. But I get the feeling that certain things are going to happen in whatever industry you work in or the industry that you want to work in your career. Certain things are going to fall. Tower moment. Certain things are going to crumble. And that's going to put you in a position to be elevated, and you're going to be like fast tracked towards something. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you work for a company, you work for a corporation, and there's some huge scandal that happens with the CEO of the corporation. And not only the CEO of the corporation, but also the people working underneath the CEO of the corporation. And so a whole bunch of people now have to get let go. And as the things are starting to fall and the dust is starting to settle, we now need different people stepping up into different positions of leadership within this company and within this corporation. And now you're fast tracked to put yourself in a better position because of the downfall of other people. That's the energy. That's the vibe. Another example, real life example, there's a lot of people, celebrities, that the general public is not fucking with right now for valid reason. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, there are people who aren't spending money with celebrities and going to concerts. There are people who aren't spending money at Target. There are people who aren't spending money at Sephora. Those people with that money and that income, this is the perfect time for them to learn about your business. This is the perfect time for them to learn about your art. This is the perfect time for them to hear your music because you're somebody who has integrity. And this environment can put you on the fast track to next level success, next level fame, next level stardom. Are you understanding what I'm saying? That's the energy that I get with the Tower card. 2 of Pentacles. I see things increasing for you financially. I see multiple streams of income. Possibly it could be multiple jobs, but when I think about multiple jobs, I think about being exhausted. And it doesn't feel like an exhausted energy. So this feels like multiple streams of income. This looks like growing and expanding the ways that you're able to invest your money because your income is increasing. So being able to invest more and seeing some really good returns on the investments that you're making. With the energy of the 2 of Pentacles, this looks like an increase in your clients. This looks like an increase in your customers. Okay. And with this 2 of Pentacles card, she is so fucking fly. Isn't she? She is such a diva. So with this 2 of Pentacles energy, you're going to have a lot of opportunities coming your way, a lot of money, a lot of clients, a lot of eyes on you, and you're going to be able to balance it really well. Okay. And again, this is why it's so important for you to be listening to and trusting your intuition right now, because as this success begins to come in, this supernatural wealth, comment down below, supernatural wealth, if you're claiming this, as this supernatural wealth begins to come in and manifest for you, you're going to use your intuition to figure out how to navigate it. Not the supernatural money, well, sure, the supernatural money, but also the clients and the sales and all of the different things that are coming in for you, okay? With the energy of the 9 of Cups, I see you experiencing fulfillment, wish fulfillment in your career, something that you've been working towards for a really long time. The 10 of Wands can be a feeling of being overwhelmed or being overburdened or different things like that. If you've been in a position where you've kind of been struggling a little bit to pay certain bills and things like that, I see that coming to an end. I see you having overflow with the energy of the King of Swords. The next person that you begin working with could be an air sign, could be an air sign man. That could be significant or relevant, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. With the energy of the King of Swords, I just get the vibe of integrity. I see you working and connecting with people who really value your integrity and who really value the way that you do things. They're going to be perceiving you as a leader, a really, really good leader. Okay, pile number 1. So with the energy of the 10 of Wands, if you've been in that energy of being overwhelmed, either you have so much work to do, you need to hire on more people, but you can't afford more help. I see you being able to afford more help, or you want to be in a place where you're more financially abundant and able to spend more, live more comfortably, and feel more financially safe and secure. I see that happening. With the energy of the 9 of Cups, this tells me you have a specific financial goal and desire. I see that manifesting for you. So the biggest message here was about listening to yourself, listening to your intuition, and not getting caught up if things don't look like they're happening, or if your journey doesn't look like everybody else's journey. Trust that you are being really beautifully guided by spirit, and at the end of the day you're gonna feel so satisfied, because I kind of feel like people, whatever this beaten path is that certain people were following, they're gonna end up feeling kind of fucked over. And you might have had a journey that looked more difficult or was more difficult in the beginning. At the end of the day, you're going to end up a lot more comfortable, a lot more taken care of. There are certain people who, I don't know, the growth might have looked really good in the beginning, or the money might have been really good and all of this stuff, but they ended up being fucked by the system. They're talking to me about like coding and tech and different things like that. I don't know anything. I don't know shit about shit. I don't know anything about bubbles bursting and different things like that, but that's what they're telling me. They're basically showing me there are certain people who followed certain paths and did certain things, and it looked really, really great in the beginning. but it wasn't going to last. It didn't have staying power. The path that you are moving down has staying power, will last a lifetime. So continue moving down your path. Comment down below, Supernatural Wealth. Let me know if this resonated with you and if you found this helpful. And you should leave a comment for a chance to win a free reading. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching today's Pick a Card reading. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way out of here. And before you go, I just wanted to remind you that the time to grow into your next level is always now. Even in this economy, and especially in this political climate. We need women who are the leaders of their minds, communities, and industries now more than ever before. And that's why I'm hosting a mini mastermind this weekend on November 22nd and 23rd. Each call will begin with a channeled message for the group, followed by one-on-one coaching to break through the fears, doubts, and beliefs that have been slowing you down. You'll walk away with your most pressing limiting beliefs dissolved and the practical tools you need to keep that momentum going. This offer is for the woman who is tired of feeling stuck and knows she's meant for more. It's for the woman who wants to end this year on a high note instead of a defeated one. And it's for the woman who is ready for forward movement emotionally, spiritually, and financially. For only $50, you'll get support, clarity, community, and the energetic benefits of our collective transformation and forward momentum. The calls will happen live on Zoom each day from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you can join us from anywhere in the world. Remember, your reality isn't working against you. It's responding to you. And when you shift, everything around you shifts in alignment with that. I've got room for 5 women, and as I record this, there are only 4 spots left. Click the link in the description box to reserve your spot and join us in the room where transformation happens. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the second pile or the second picture, this is your reading. We are receiving messages from Spirit on your next financial glow up. What do you need to hear about your next financial glow up? Maybe we're seeing what's coming in. Maybe we're receiving messages on how to manifest it. I don't know. Let's tap into the energy and let's find out. Alrighty, let's tune into the Animal Apothecary for pile number 2. Everyone who selected pile number 2. Spirit, what does pile number 2 need to hear about their next financial glow up? We have small steps, big accomplishments, and then we have tame and attain. So immediately, your message is about discipline. Your message is about follow through. Spirit is saying your next financial breakthrough is on the other side of you being disciplined. Long story short, it's really time for you to lock in, and it's time for you to get serious. What does it mean to take something serious? When something is serious to us, we take action in alignment with it. When our dreams are serious to us, we take action in alignment with that. So we show up and we journal every single day. If you want to build your business, you're posting on social media every day. If it's an online business, maybe online is how you reach your customers. If that's the case, you're posting on social media once a day. You're learning about marketing. If you are serious about finding a job, maybe that looks like you sending in applications and different things like that. But what I'm receiving from Spirit is that one of these things that it is that you need to focus on and get disciplined in is honing and developing and strengthening certain skills that you know for a fact are going to help you get into the career field of your dreams, or you just know that they're going to help you get to where you want to go. Long story short, I feel like whoever I'm talking to, pile number 2, you know what you need to be doing and you're not doing it. And that can be for a lot of different reasons. You can be afraid. You could be in your comfort zone, right? Our nervous systems are created in order to keep us safe. So when we're ready to move into our next level of financial success and wealth and abundance, our nervous system can see our next level of success as a threat because we're not familiar with what's going on there. What if something dangerous happens to us over there? I have no idea. To our subconscious mind, to our ego, unknown is a threat. Unknown is unsafe. And so our subconscious mind will play 1,000,001 different tricks on us to convince us to not move forward, to not try, to give up, to focus on a different thing. If you've been having an experience in your life where it's like, oh, I'm going to go do that thing. I'm going to go develop that skill. I'm going to record and post my first video. But there's this emergency that happened. Oh my God, this person, they need me. Oh, I have to go and do that. Oh, I guess, it's the end of the day. I really wanted to do this thing to move my dream forward, but a million other things happened, so I just couldn't. It's like, no. Yes, those are very real scenarios and challenges and things like that. But underneath all of it, if you water all of that down, the reason why you have 1,000,001 different things popping up in your life is because a part of you does not want to move forward on this journey. You need to do some parts work. You need to do some reflecting. You need to do some inner child healing work. You need to soothe that part of you that is terrified and is scared shitless about moving to your next level. And then you proceed and you do it scared and you do it terrified. In other words, you do it courageously. You do it bravely. But with this energy of tame and attain, this card is very clear in this deck. This is a wild horse that has to be broken in so that it can be ridden. Rode? I don't know. And I don't give a shit. This card says you are capable of reaching your next level of financial success. And it says the only thing that's holding you back is you. Small steps, big accomplishments. When it comes to your relationship with your goal, a part of you is like, I want to do so much. My goal and my dream just feels so big. How am I going to accomplish that much? How am I going to get there? Spirit is saying it's okay to start small. Not only is it okay to start small, but that's the suggestion. Don't focus on what you're going to have to do 10 steps from now. Focus on what is your next right step. Maybe your next right step is, I'm going to meditate today. Maybe your next right step is, I'm going to go to Natalie's YouTube channel and watch the Manifestation 101 playlist because they make me feel high vibe and inspired. Maybe your next step is going into the free resource library and using those tools to identify your limiting beliefs and start shifting energy and building some conviction around your desire. For those of you that don't know, the free resource library is over 12 manifestation and mindset resources. It's always linked in the description, okay? So what is your next right step? Small steps lead to big accomplishments. And another thing that Spirit is saying is that sometimes it's okay if you're kind of like starting and stopping a little bit in the beginning. It's normal and it's a part of the journey. It's normal for fears to come up. Your fear is not the problem. Your limiting belief is not the problem. It's how you respond to your fear that's either supporting you or not supporting you. How you respond to that limiting belief that's either supporting you or isn't supporting you. And is avoiding doing the work supporting you and helping you get to where you want to go? No, it's not. So we need to find a different way to respond. Okay, let's pull some more cards and see what's going on with your financial glow up. Let's pull from the Sacred Rebel Oracle. Okay, Spirit, for pile number 2, what do they need to hear about their next financial glow up? We have receiving, be the hunter, not the hunted, and trust yourself. We have 27, 8, and 31. You guys could be 27 years old. You guys could be 31 years old. Be the hunter, not the hunted. Trust yourself. With the trust yourself card, she's sitting there near all of this nature and animals. One of my favorite insects, animals of all time is the monarch butterfly. Love the monarch butterfly so bad. When it's time for the monarch butterfly to migrate, the monarch butterfly migrates from Mexico up into Canada. And the monarch butterfly, what the fuck is that word? Brain, please. The monarch butterfly migration takes about 3 to 4 generations. So what happens is the monarch butterflies will fly from Mexico to wherever, right, in like the southern United States. That first generation, they lay their eggs and then they pass away. The next generation is born and they start flying north. And then they stop somewhere else in the United States and they lay their eggs and then they pass away. And then the next generation after that, and then it continues until they're, in Canada, and then they, fly back down to Mexico, whatever. You get it. And it blows my mind because what do you mean? You're just born with this knowing and this instinct? I think that I should go in this direction? Like, it's brilliant. And it really is a reflection of the divine, how divinely orchestrated our physical reality is. And how brilliant we are as members of nature. Nature that is so inherently brilliant. We are also inherently brilliant in that way. And that's what we're getting with this Trust Yourself card. In other words, it is in you, not on you. So a part of you is having a self-perception issue where you're not seeing yourself as, number one, capable of reaching your next level of financial success. But number two, you're not identifying as the kind of person or as someone who does reach that. I have to give you an example. Let's say you want to be a really successful, director, okay? This is an example. You want to be a really successful director. And so you're thinking about successful directors and you're thinking about, their films, and you're looking at all of the different films and you're like studying them in your mind and you're like, oh my God, I wish that I could be a director as good as them. And there's that kind of separation there where they're up on a pedestal and you're saying, I wish I could be there one day. But when you have an understanding that your desire is your destiny and that is your calling and it is in you, not on you, there's a certain energy of leaning towards that and being able to identify with that and looking at those amazing directors and saying, I was born to be there. Do you see the difference in energy between I wish that I could be as amazing as them? They're all the way up there and I'm all the way down here, and oh my God, I would have so far to go, and I don't even know if anybody would even like the things that I create, versus seeing them in all of their glory and all of their amazingness and recognizing I was born to be there. I was born to grow and expand in that way. I was born to be in that group. My movies that I create were made to be seen by people and respected by people and analyzed by people in the same way that theirs are. I was born to be that successful. I am so paranoid that the audio and this fucking thing is going to be off. But if it is, we're just going to have to fucking accept it, because please, audio, please be okay. Please be okay. Are you hearing me, computer gods? Are you hearing me, technology gods? Please be okay. Okay. So the message coming through from Spirit is, you can trust yourself, meaning you can trust this desire that you have. You can trust your desire for next level wealth. It is in you, not on you. It was what you were meant to create in this lifetime. It is what you were meant to experience in this lifetime. Be the hunter, not the hunted. Spirit is repeating themselves. You need to go. You need to move. You need to take action, and you need to do it habitually. Habits are built over time. In the beginning, it takes some conscious choosing again and again and again to show up. Over time, it becomes normal and it becomes natural. Going to the gym is the example that comes to my mind right now. When I first started going to the gym, it was a conscious effort of, ooh, I think that I want to try this class. Ooh, okay, I have to make sure that I can get back to this class and blah, blah, blah. Over time, I started to just see myself as a woman who goes to the gym. There's a difference between trying to do something, aspiring to do something, and doing that thing. Are you getting me? I just go to the gym all the time, and I just have a schedule of classes that I like to go to the gym for, and I just have certain workouts that I like to do at the gym. I'm just somebody who goes to the gym. It's not something that I'm trying to do. It's something that I do. It's something that happens. It's not something that I think about so much. In fact, I'm now at a place where when I miss the gym, I feel off. When I'm not able to go to the gym because of different things like my period or whatever, my energy is thrown off. My routine has been thrown off. And so the message that's coming through from Spirit is, you need to create a routine for yourself. You need to create structure. You need to create discipline. This also creates safety and security. Pile number 2, your biggest issue right now is not feeling safe and not feeling secure. And so you have to be the parent of yourself in this moment and like forever. You have to be the parent of yourself, and you have to create structure. Routine makes us feel safe. You have to think about it like with toddlers. Yes, when they're 2 years old and they're developing a self-concept of me and they're learning that they're separate from you and they get to have boundaries, then they start saying no all of the fucking time and being super argumentative. It's really good for their development. And so when you have toddlers, they're constantly pushing against boundaries, and it's a very challenging time. And also, when you as the parent are maintaining those boundaries and maintaining that structure, it does make that child feel safe. It does create a feeling of safety and security, that we wake up at a certain time, and we eat dinner at a certain time, and we have a certain bedtime routine, and there are certain things that that child can always expect. And so when you think about it, like moving to a new place, if you have certain structure and you have certain routine, then you can follow that structure and you can follow that routine no matter where you are. And so your structure and your routine becomes a way that you create safety and security. I'm going to give you a really good example. Oh my God. I traveled across the United States, up and down and all around many times a couple of years ago. It was during a global pandemic, you might remember. So I would go to new places, and I'm very sensitive. I'm a Pisces sun. I'm a Scorpio rising. I have a Capricorn moon. So all of my energy is very feminine, very sensitive, and very sensitive to new energy. So when I go to a new place, someplace that I've never been before, I cannot just get up and walk around and all of that stuff. I have to be in my Airbnb, in my hotel room. I just need like a day to acclimate to the energy of the space. Okay. I need a day. I need a moment. So whenever I would go to new places, I started to notice naturally that I could be in a different city, but I might go to Target, which this is back in 2020, right? When Target was still really a cool place to be. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Anyway, so I was in a Target. I think it was a Target in, I don't think I was in Portland, but I think I was like, I was either in Portland or Eugene, Oregon. I was in Oregon. And I went to a Target to pick something up. And the Target was different in some ways, but in other ways, in most of the ways, it was the exact same. It's painted the same, it has the same sign and all this stuff, right? So even though I was in a Target in Oregon, it felt the same as being in a Target home in California. And so that's what I started to do. When I would travel to different cities and I would travel to different states, and I've never been there before. If I needed to go to the store to get food, grocery shop, items, whatever, I would go to Target and I would walk around and I would, get my items and everything like that. And then I would feel a feeling of relief and I would feel safe no matter where I was. From Arkansas to Tennessee to Oregon, I would feel safe. That's the energy. You're terrified about your next level. But right now, if you create a routine and you create a structure where no matter what happens, you wake up in the morning and you stretch, let's say. No matter what happens, you wake up in the morning and you do morning pages in your journal, you do some journaling. No matter what happens, you wake up in the morning and you do some EFT tapping. No matter what happens, you do whatever it is that you create and whatever it is that you feel led to. Well, when you imagine yourself in that next level of financial wealth and success, you might be waking up in a mansion. You might be waking up in your dream apartment. And that might be a little bit weird. But what's the first thing that you're going to do in the morning? You're going to stretch like you always do. You're going to journal like you always do. You're going to go for a run like you always do. You create structure and you create routine. And in that way, it's easier for you to see, hey, things are going to change. My finances are going to increase. My wealth is going to increase. My career is going to increase. Things are going to be different. But there are other things that won't change. And so there's power in that structure. There's power in that routine. Spirit is not letting up on this. In order to reach your next level of success, in order to receive, you want to create routine. Get out there, go after your goals, take it one day at a time, allow those supportive habits to build, and you're going to see a lot of results, and you're going to receive a lot of inspired action and guidance and all of that. There's good things for you inside of that structure and routine. Okay. So that's the message. Your next financial glow up is not going to, excuse me, it's not going to happen because one day God has decided you've suffered enough and now you can have money. That's not how life works, right? So your next financial glow up is going to come from you showing up, you being structured with yourself. That doesn't mean you torture yourself. If you absolutely hate waking up early in the morning, don't force yourself to wake up at 5 a.m. It's not about creating routine and structure that looks good to some other crazy motherfucker out there. You know what I'm saying? Create structure and create routine that aligns with things that you actually might find interesting. They can challenge you. They should challenge you. At some point, creating this new structure and routine, it's going to rub up against your current structure and routine. Even if that current structure and routine is doing nothing, it's going to rub up against that. So it's going to be challenging. But choose something that you can commit to. Choose something that you can enjoy. For example, with me, going to the gym, I chose to do things that I actually found enjoyment in. I take a dance class. I have to go to dance because I enjoy it. I like my instructors. I like the music that's played. I like the dance moves. I have to go to dance. I chose different routines and classes and things like that that do challenge me, but I enjoy myself there. And so even though there's a challenge, I have the desire to go back. So whatever structure and routine you're creating, make it something that you actually enjoy doing. Even if it challenges you, your desire for that should be bigger than your fear. Okay? So, oh my goodness, I hope this helps you, pile number 2. Let me know in the comments down below if it did. Also, it's totally possible that if you leave a comment down below, you could win a free reading. Maybe. That's what they tell me. So, do with that information what you will. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching today's Pick a Card reading. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way out of here. And before you go, I just wanted to remind you that the time to grow into your next level is always now. Even in this economy, and especially in this political climate. We need women who are the leaders of their minds, communities, and industries now more than ever before. And that's why I'm hosting a mini mastermind this weekend on November 22nd and 23rd. Each call will begin with a channeled message for the group, followed by one-on-one coaching to break through the fears, doubts, and beliefs that have been slowing you down. You'll walk away with your most pressing limiting beliefs dissolved and the practical tools you need to keep that momentum going. This offer is for the woman who is tired of feeling stuck and knows she's meant for more. It's for the woman who wants to end this year on a high note instead of a defeated one. And it's for the woman who is ready for forward movement emotionally, spiritually, and financially. For only $50, you'll get support, clarity, community, and the energetic benefits of our collective transformation and forward momentum. The calls will happen live on Zoom each day from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you can join us from anywhere in the world. Remember, your reality isn't working against you. It's responding to you. And when you shift, everything around you shifts in alignment with that. I've got room for 5 women, and as I record this, there are only 4 spots left. Click the link in the description box to reserve your spot and join us in the room where transformation happens. Hello, beautiful pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're receiving messages from Spirit on your next financial glow up. What do you need to hear about your next financial glow up? Maybe you're receiving confirmation. Maybe Spirit's going to tell us what you can expect or what you're aligning with. I have no idea. Let's get into it and find out. Okay, for everyone who chose pile number 3, we have the Sun. Okay, we could definitely have some Leos, but this just feels like a radiant energy. I see you stepping into a radiant energy. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay, I had to cut the ad off. Okay, with the energy of the Sun, I'm getting a very radiant energy, an energy of being seen, an energy of being recognized, an energy of being visible. I feel like you are stepping into next level visibility. The message that's coming through from Spirit is that you have this energy and this power and this presence and this creativity. You have been hiding away, pile number 3. And the reason why you have been hiding away is because you have been afraid. When you are radiant and you're shining and all eyes are on you, they're seeing Tupac, that's when the negativity, that's when the haters, that's when the jealousy, that's when the saboteurs start slithering, coming out of the woodwork. And so after experiences of people being underhanded with you, after experiences of people being passive aggressive with you or just straight up aggressive with you, after experiences of people trying to hurt you in response to seeing you shine, you started trying to dim your light and cower. You look like Voldemort. Let me explain. This is a metaphor. You know, in the Harry Potter movies, when Voldemort, also 2.5, trans rights or human rights, just putting that out there because we're talking about Harry Potter, unfortunately. Anyway, Sun card, radiant energy, Voldemort in the movies. Voldemort fragmented himself, broke his soul off into a whole bunch of little teensy tiny pieces, casted them out far and wide. And when we see little pieces of his soul, we see this like shriveled up little thing that looks kind of like a fetus. And that's you. Pile number 3, you are radiant. You are amazing. You are talented. You are brilliant. You are capable of so much. How does that make you feel to know that the thing between you and your next level of financial success is you? The thing between you and your next level of visibility is you. You need to do parts work. You need to do inner child work with the versions of yourself who were bullied, who were picked on, who were criticized for whatever. And these would be experiences that happened when you were shining too brightly. And after you do that inner child work, or in alignment with you doing that inner child work, I'm trying to think of how to say this. You need to start putting your middle finger to good use. Do you understand what I'm saying, pile number 3? You need to start putting your middle finger to better use frequently. Once a day. Try it. I do it all the time. What I mean by that is not that you need to start flipping people off. You can do it inside, in your heart and in your soul. You can flip people off. You can flip somebody off right now. What? We should all flip somebody off just for fun. Just for fun. Think about somebody who, in a time where you were shining in your life, radiating your energy, a disgusting fucking hater came into your life to undermine, to disrespect. Do you have the person in your mind? I have mine. Her name is Jessica. Right now, flip that bitch off. Right now. Right now, flip her off. Right now, flip her off. Or him, or them, flip them off. It could be a whole group, but flip them off. Just right now, just together. Doesn't that make you feel so much better? Doesn't that heal something in you? It does. You're welcome. I know that it does because I feel energy. I felt a hot flash. It's time for you to radiate and to be seen. And in order for you to radiate and be seen, you need to be okay with being disliked. These bitches are going to hate you. Sister, I'm sorry. And there's nothing you can do about it. They're going to hate your guts. They are. They're going to try to sabotage your career. They are. They're going to say negative things to you. They are. They are. They are. And you still have a responsibility to shine. Because think about it. Think about it. Who wins other than your haters when you don't shine, when you're not radiant, when you're not visible, when you're not seen? Who's succeeding in your industry right now? Who's succeeding in your career right now? They're saying, don't hate the player, hate the game. There's been some experiences that you've been in pound number 3. I'm not saying it was right. I'm not saying it wasn't okay. I'm not saying it was okay. There have been some experiences where you were played. There have been some experiences where you thought somebody was kind and they weren't. There have been some experiences where you did not speak corporate well enough in order to successfully navigate certain things to get a positive outcome. Fuck it. All you can do at this point is learn and develop new skills and adapt and grow and expand and get stronger. They're seeing Kanye West. That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. It can only make me stronger. Right now, pound number 3, you haven't been getting stronger. You've been running away. You've been hiding away. You've been cowering away. And it's pissing me off. Not personally, but I feel the energy of anger and frustration and upset. Because what the fuck are you doing? And you're so amazing and you're so talented and you're so brilliant and you're so capable. You think that God gave you those gifts for them to sit and lie dormant inside of you for all of your fucking life? Is that what you believe? You think that God gave you your dreams and put those dreams on your heart for them to not be actualized? That gift is not just for you. That gift is just not for you. At some point, pound number 3, it becomes selfish. And it becomes rude. There are people in your industry, there are people in your community, whoever it is that you serve in your job. And they are not being fed high quality meals. Let's give the example. Let's say you're a chef. And let's say that you're a chef who has integrity. And so you're making your way in the chef cooking world. And let's say that you work with like tuna. And you know when like there's like raw tuna or fresh, I don't know, why would I give that as an example? We're just gonna pretend, okay? For the sake of this, pretend everything I'm saying is right. Okay, it doesn't have to be. For the next 10 minutes, pretend everything I'm saying is right for this example, okay? So in the fish world, there's tuna, and the tuna has to be a certain level of freshness, otherwise it can make people sick. I don't know if that's true or not in real life. I think it is. I'm being silly. So there's certain requirements and certain rules around how tuna has to be handled. And so you come onto the scene and you're an amazing chef. And you're like, okay, I'm really good at working with tuna, and everybody's trying your tuna tartare, and everybody is trying your fucking tuna sushi, whatever. Everybody's like, oh my God, this is the best tuna I've ever had. Oh my God, this is so fresh. I didn't even know that tuna could taste this good. You're like, yeah, thanks. I really care about how my tuna is sourced. I really blah, 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 blah. People are like, oh my God. And then there's another tuna chef in the industry. And that tuna chef hears everybody raving about your tuna. That tuna chef is sick. That tuna chef is like, I fucking hate hearing about this pile number 3 amazing tuna restaurant. Fuck pile number 3. What can I do? And so that chef comes up with a plan, a scheme set up by Todd. Okay, focus. We don't have time to laugh. Nothing is funny. Nothing has ever been funny. Okay. He comes up with a scheme set up by Todd. His name is Todd. And he basically undermines your tuna business. People stop showing up. You lose customers. You got to close down the tuna cafe, the tuna sushi restaurant that you opened. Sad day in the tuna world. You're like, fuck this shit. I give up on tuna. I give up on sushi. I give up on being a chef. So you gave up because somebody else was doing some twisted, weird, sick shit. But the twisted, weird, sick Todd, his tuna sushi restaurant is still open. He's still in business. And so all of the tuna lovers are going to Todd for their tuna sushi needs, whatever. And so every single time they go into that restaurant, they're having tuna. It's not really that great. You had grade A tuna. He has grade B tuna. I don't really know about the grading fish. Pretend. Everything I'm saying is correct. He doesn't have really good fucking tuna. His tuna sucks compared to your tuna. He's thriving. He's making money. Todd's business continues to grow. And you're at home, not making the food that you love, not feeding the people that you love. And Todd's restaurant continues to grow. How is that fair? It's not. And we don't create balance and we don't create justice by running away. We don't create fairness and we don't create balance and we don't create justice by giving up. We create balance and we create justice and we create fairness by fighting for what the fuck is rightfully ours. We create justice and we create fairness by fighting for the success that is our birthright. This is your calling. This is your destiny. This is the anointing that God has put on your life. This shit is serious. So while you're off not giving your gifts to the world, people are eating terrible sushi, Sometimes they get sick, sometimes they don't get sick. That would never happen at your restaurant. But if your restaurant was up and your restaurant was booming, the food would be amazing. The food is being cooked by a chef who has integrity and who is putting love into every single dish. Could you imagine what kind of world we would be living in if every single human being that was handling and cooking food had love for the animals that they were preparing, had love for the customers that they would be serving, had love for their environment, for their industry? The energy that we put into the food that we create is impacted by the people that are consuming it. So you have fuck ass Todd and his lame ass sushi restaurant. What is he embedding in that tuna that people are consuming? What is he putting in that fucking tartar? That fuck ass tartar. So not only are you suffering because you're not living in your zone of genius, but the world is experiencing a lower quality of life because they don't have access to you. They don't have access to your brilliance. They don't have access to your creativity. And it's selfish. And it's selfish because they could be having your tartar, but instead you're crying in a corner looking like fucking Voldemort. That's not fair. That's not fair. I'm sorry that you had a negative experience. I'm sorry that you had 5 negative experiences back to back. I really am. I really am. Trust me, I get it. I understand. I flipped Jessica off so fucking good. I could name every single person that I just flipped off right now, but I won't. Because I've forgiven. I have forgiven in the greatest way that I can. I understand what it feels like to be betrayed and to feel undermined and to feel unsafe. I'm not saying it's not a big deal. I'm not saying it's not important. I'm not saying you didn't go through something that was significant and even traumatizing. What I'm saying is that, is what you went through bigger than your destiny? No. Is Todd bigger than your calling and the anointing on your life? No. I thought about it. I contemplated it. Is Todd bigger than the program, God's program? This divinely orchestrated program of life? No. No. You were born to shine. You were born to be seen. And that is going to take a level of resilience and grit and fighting for your fucking dream. Where is it? Where is that inside of you? That desire to get up and fight for your dreams. Where is it? I know that it has to be there. I know that it has to be somewhere in there. Let's see. Where are we? 5. Oh, we're almost about done. Okay, we're going to pull one more. We have the moon. You guys might also want to listen to pile number 1 because we got a lot of moon stuff that came through in pile number 1 as well. We have the Knight of Pentacles. This is your dream. It was given to you on purpose. You know how they do those things when they have like the little fucking call and response? This is my Bible. I don't have my Bible near me, so pretend this is my Bible. This is my Bible. I can do all of the things that it says that I can do. I can something, 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 and something, something, strengthened by God. I don't remember the thing. We need to have one of those moments right now. You think about your dream in your head. Think about your desire in your fucking head. And affirm with me. This is my dream. This is my calling. This is my anointing. This vision was placed on my heart by the Most High God for a reason. I can accomplish all that it says I can accomplish. I can do all that it has shown me that I can do. And right here and right now, I choose to fight for my dream. I promise to fight for my dream. So help me, God. I am on the way. Everything that I need is showing up for me now. This desire and this dream is my destiny. Oh, so fucking good. Knight of Pentacles. It's happening. You're growing and expanding. Continue to show up because you have something of value. You are the Knight of Pentacles. Knights are messengers. Pentacles is money. It's value. You have something of value to give to the world. The world is a worse place when you don't fight for your dream. The world is a worse place when you don't fight for your dream. The world needs you to fight for your dream. Okay? Okay. That was really good. Tell me if this helped you. Comment down below. Let me know. Also, somebody's saying that if you comment down below, then there is a chance that you'll win a free reading from me. Who's saying that? I am. Okay. I love you guys. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching today's Pick a Card reading. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way out of here. And before you go, I just wanted to remind you that the time to grow into your next level is always now. Even in this economy, and especially in this political climate. We need women who are the leaders of their minds, communities, and industries now more than ever before. And that's why I'm hosting a mini mastermind this weekend on November 22nd and 23rd. Each call will begin with a channeled message for the group, followed by one-on-one coaching to break through the fears, doubts, and beliefs that have been slowing you down. You'll walk away with your most pressing limiting beliefs dissolved and the practical tools you need to keep that momentum going. This offer is for the woman who is tired of feeling stuck and knows she's meant for more. It's for the woman who wants to end this year on a high note instead of a defeated one. And it's for the woman who is ready for forward movement emotionally, spiritually, and financially. For only $50, you'll get support, clarity, community, and the energetic benefits of our collective transformation and forward momentum. The calls will happen live on Zoom each day from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you can join us from anywhere in the world. Remember, your reality isn't working against you. It's responding to you. And when you shift, everything around you shifts in alignment with that. I've got room for 5 women, and as I record this, there are only 4 spots left. Click the link in the description box to reserve your spot and join us in the room where transformation happens.